Hey friends, it's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. I'm Christiana Gaudet, your Tarot Fairy Godmother. I am so happy to see all of you today. And oh my goodness, I'm just getting here and I'm so blown away by your generosity already. I'm not even here yet and y'all are being generous. Mix You Air, Michelle in Canada, thank you so much for the super sticker. And Claire C, thank you so much for being a member and thank you for the super chat. Really, really, really appreciate you. And of course, a special shout out to all the members, to the moderators, and to everyone who's here. If you are here for the first time, you will need to subscribe in order to comment and ask your question, but I hope you do. I will read for people in the order in which I see them. If I accidentally skip you, I am so sorry. Never my intention, unless you're being weird. No, usually not, right? Never my intention. And so if you see that I'm skipping you, let me know. And let's get on over to CardCam. And let's get going. And you can see I'm keeping it simple, old school today, using the Smith-Waite Tarot Centennial Edition from the tin. And I think it's funny, actually, saying that's old school. Because, I mean, obviously, the Waite deck is old school for sure. But Smith-Waite Centennial Edition, that would have been 2010. The deck would have come out. I don't know how quickly the tin came out after the deck. But that's funny that's old school. Because you know what? When I was first starting out, way back in the day, I would have loved to have had decks in a tin. That's all I can say. All right. All right, here we go. Starting with Julie, glad you're here. Any advice from Mother Mary and Krishna? All right, let's see what we got here. The advice overall, have as much fun as you can, but protect yourself against difficulty. So do not take inappropriate risks. Have fun, work towards your future, but do not take inappropriate risks. Hey Trey, good to see you. Glad you're here. Vaishali, glad you're here. All right. Kanchan, good to see you. I am doing fabulous. Yes, indeed. I'm hoping to get a job by the end of the year. I have this feeling that maybe I now know how and what I want to do in my career field. Rather than opting for the easy and low effort beginnings, I've decided to instead work hard to get better pay in the future and not compromise when it comes to hard work. May I request some advice? Sure. Okay, so basically you've got a plan. And we're just going to ask, like the plan that you have right now, the way you're thinking about it, is this correct? And I think in a lot of ways it is. Looking toward the future is appropriate. Being willing to work hard is appropriate. If you do it this way, can you achieve what you hope to achieve? It will not be easy. It will not be easy. It will take time, and not everyone will support you, but I think that you can. I do think you can. So I think basically if you're going to do it this way, you just got to go for it, and you got to do it, and you got to believe in it and make it happen. There it is. Trey Cameron, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Will I be able to accomplish the mini goal I've had for a while now soon? I've been working on it for a while and feel like I'm close to doing it. I've gotten really close before. So, will you be able to accomplish this? Yes, but it's still going to take time. This is almost feeling like an athletic goal or a video game goal or like something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it's going to take a little bit of time. But yes, indeed, you will be victorious. Yes, you will. Lily, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. My tenants moved out of my rental house. I'm not sure if I should rent it or should I put it on the market for sale? Could you do a reading and see which direction I should go? And sure. And I mean, certainly a good question for your realtor as well. But let's take a look and see what the cards say. Continue to rent as you have been doing, obviously with a new tenant, or sell it. You know, I think you're looking to sell. I think that you would like to at least explore what it would take to sell it. I would definitely, talk to the realtor, look at the market, but I have a feeling at this point you might be interested more in selling than renting. Just saying. Liz Harrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We appreciate you. I'm trying to make a decision about two different options and hoping the cards might be able to shed light on which would be a better choice. Which would work out better, SG or SC? So this is one of those readings, friends, where I have no idea what we're talking about. So I have no context for the question. I can only weigh the cards against each other and see what would be better. So let's take a look. SG, well, that's very workable. SC, we prefer significantly SG to SC. There are similarities between them, obviously, but we prefer the first, which is SG, the first. All right. 64, Amy Penn, good to see you. I have a big meeting on Monday with difficult people. No! All right. How will it go and what do I need to do? Great questions. Okay. There it is. I shuffled, but same card. And so that tells me the meeting will go well. That feels good. What should you do? Listen more than you speak. When you do speak, show yourself in a good light. Don't let anyone knock you off your stump. When we say that people there are difficult, there is a chaotic energy, and not everyone is on the same page as far as what the agenda is. So it is difficult, but don't psych yourself out. This can go very well. Just recognize we are all coming to the table. Theoretically, we're coming to the table with a common goal. Now, I don't think we really are. But theoretically, that's what we are to think, that we are coming to the table with this common goal. So lean into that energy of common goal, but at the same time, keep quiet as much as you can so that when you speak, your words have power. And don't let them knock you off your stump. Be careful. There's a chaotic energy there. Don't let it get under your skin. All right. Okay, Mix You Here. Good to see you. Thank you once again for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. All right. I'm at my parents' house and having some big feelings about a cousin. I don't know if I'll keep talking to her once our parents are gone after how things have played out in the last few years, but the last year particularly. I would love some cards about the situation. I'm very sad about it and grieving what I thought our relationship was and who she is versus what she's not capable of being and providing. All right, that's hard. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, so let's see. So I'm just like here shuffling and y'all can't see. You just think I'm doing nothing, but I am shuffling actually. All right, so, well, there's who you thought your cousin was, which I think was someone like predictable, loyal, and dependable. Who your cousin actually is, you're right, this is a person that does not have a lot of capability. And I mean, your cousin is not a happy person. And, you know, in terms of what you thought the relationship was, like you thought it was a loving, trusting relationship. And I think on some level, at certain moments, it has been. I think it has been. And I realize that's incongruous for you with some of your cousin's behaviors. But when we look at those behaviors, like your cousin is capable of extreme contradiction. Extreme contradiction. So just like there's no logic here at all. So just because your cousin does this doesn't mean that this isn't also true, even though it doesn't make sense. How do you process this and handle this right now? Well, I think you're trying to be very logical, and that's appropriate. That's absolutely appropriate. And I think we have to recognize, and I mean, your cousin's suffering. I mean, you've done some suffering too, you know? I mean, there's no limit on the amount of suffering that can be happening here. But I can tell you that your cousin is not acting with malice. I can tell you that. But I can also tell you that you have to do what you have to do to protect yourself, and you can only deal with so much. And so you have a right and a responsibility to set whatever boundaries you need to set. All right. Justine, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you, and thanks for using members-only emojis. Just catching up on Friday's replay and saw your wrap-up card. Yep, it was a 10 of Wands week. Okay. Feel like I've been moving mountains this week trying to get things situated for my stay in Galveston. I'm getting signs that today's the day I need to cut the poo-poo and hit the road. I'm assuming that's a question. Well, here we go. Okay, there's more. Here we go. Just wondering, come back. There you go. Okay. Just wondering if the cards show today being a good day for me to make the short trip, and any advice my cards might have for me as I hopefully start a fresh chapter therein. So, well, if not today, when? By all means, yes. Why not? Why not? And advice, yeah, the advice is like, as much as possible to not make this a big deal. I know it feels like a big deal, and in a way it really is a big deal, but in a way it's not a big deal. And in the course of any day, you're going to feel 10 million different ways about it, but just show up and be there and do what you need to do, and it will create improvement. So, go get you some improvement. All right. Bianca Tarot, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I am currently in college and saving up to move out on my own, so about 2 to 3 more years. How will that experience be for me? Oh, Tina Marie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. From Joe. Oh, I love Joe. That's so cool. All right. So, how will that moving out experience be for you? I think, I mean, it's a few years off still, and saving money is right. But like, we don't know what the economy is going to be looking like. We don't know, like, you're preparing for a career. How's that going to be part of this story? And what about love life? What about friends? I mean, there's so many things that are going to change between now and the time you're actually doing this. And I think what you need to do is trust that the situation will set itself up very appropriately, and trust that you will have options and opportunities that will go in your favor. The moving out, like, I feel like for whatever reason in your household, the moving out is like a big deal. I don't know, like maybe there's going to be people there who don't want you to move out or don't think you should. But you absolutely should, regardless. But I think it's going to be connected to like where you get job offers and what happens as far as career at the end of your education. So I think that's going to be a huge factor as well. All right. Okay, so who is next? It's Christine. Christine Halliwell. Good to see you. Will I still be moving to the East Coast this year? South Florida. Well, that would be fun. I remember from before it's a possibility. I'm open to all new beginnings. What about it? The possibility of you moving to South Florida. I don't know that it will happen this year. Financially and for other reasons, it may not make sense right away. More's the pity. We would love to see you down here. I think it could happen, but not necessarily in that time frame. Caroline McLaughlin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. What message does the universe have for you? It is a message of love, 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 love in all its forms. Knowing that you are loved, knowing that you are a source of love for others, and knowing that you can express love in whatever way you want to. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? And we have a new member, Free Shadow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're a member. This is a very good time to remind everyone we have a members-only live stream coming up on February 29th, and there is a whole for members-only playlist. So make sure you check that out. And thank you so much, Free Shadow, for joining. We really appreciate it. All right. Diana Price, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Will the apartment pending approval be approved or denied? Okay, let's see. I feel like it's going to be like a needs more information thing, or a you can be approved if you do this, this, and this. So I don't know if it's as simple as approved or denied. If I had to go with that simple thing, I'm going to say maybe denied. I'm so sorry. But I'm thinking it will be approved, but you have to do this, this, and this. Yolanda, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Your cat is sick. No, I'm so sorry. Vet appointment is Wednesday. She's not holding food down well. Is something major? Let's see. Is this something major? I don't think it's going to be terrible. You will be paying some money, but I don't think this is going to be a horrible thing. It may involve a dietary change, something of that nature. It may be an ongoing thing, but not necessarily a serious thing. Right, Diana, maybe a bigger deposit, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's very possible. All right. Martha Vink, my friend, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'm thinking about buying a home in my area for my kids to live in who need to move from their apartment this spring. Is this a good idea? They would pay toward the mortgage. Is this a good idea? Yeah. I think theoretically, I mean, it depends, what home, how does it work, who pays what. It's a lot to figure out, but theoretically, it is absolutely worth looking at. It's good for them, and it could be good for you, too. So I think it is worth looking at, yeah. Free Shadow, so happy to have found this community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We work hard to make it a community that is fun to be a part of. All right, Smile Soul 20, my friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. My question is, there are two people that will be working with me soon. Will I get the early 6:30 a.m. schedule? I don't know that it's going to be exactly that. It may even switch off where sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. So I don't think that you get it that way all the time, but maybe sometimes. Febborn, good to see you. Questions are eluding me, so what do the cards have to say? All right. What the cards have to say is you have to figure out what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with, what you're going to be patient with and what you're not going to be patient with, and what is in your best interest. That's what you have to stay focused on. Bella Luna, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. What do I need to know about March? It's weird because it feels like you've got something going on in March that is causing some anxiety, or it just could be that March will be triggering your anxiety in some way, but I don't feel like there's any real problems here. So I think what you need to know is you're probably going to be more anxious than you need to be. Now, I mean, not that we ever need to be anxious, right? But it does feel like you are going to be more upset, more worried than there's any need for. So relax. It's okay. Oh, Febborn, Canchin, Smile Soul 20, thank you for that feedback. Bella Luna, appreciate it. Very good. Lisa Harmon, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And thanks for being a member. Am I going in the right direction with my dowsing? You're going in a direction. I feel like there's something going on here where you're missing the forest for the trees. You're understanding something, but you're missing something else. So you may want to look at it from another perspective. You may want to add in a new teacher. You may want to try to be inventive or innovative or intuitive about it. So I feel like there's ways that you can add to it. All right. Nalini, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'm at a crossroads wondering if I should focus on a work-at-home job or a total relocation altogether. New area, new job, total new start. If the latter, how soon should I go about making this happen? All right. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, so work-at-home job, which would work and you could get and would be good, or a whole new start. Either is possible, but I feel like right now the work-at-home job would not be such a shock to your system. And then you can take that job wherever you want to go. So I would say get the work-at-home job first and then think about relocation. All right. Claire C., should I wait until the fall to go back to Europe? I mean, you could go at another time too, but the fall's better. You should go in the fall. It's better. You're right. All right. Santiago, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What can I expect from Oscar? I like him. Somehow I'm not sure about his interest. All right. Do we think that there is some level of interest? I think there is some level of interest, but I think, he may have issues around it. He may not be comfortable. So I think there's interest, but also issues. All right, Adrija Roy, do we see any further communication from S? I think it is very likely that S is going to try to slide on back in. I don't think you should participate, but I think it's likely. Not likely that you will participate necessarily, but likely that there will be further communication, yes. Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. You're up next. My ex gets 2 short visits with our son a month per the order. Disappearing for months at a time, never pays child support. Now he's popped up again and asked for a visit when it's not his time. Does he just want to see our son, or is something else going on? Still not helping financially after 2 years, and I don't trust him. What do the cards say? Lynn Collin, I'm seeing the disjointed and reversed, and I got it. I got it. You are all set. No problem. I will absolutely get to that, and I'm excited to do it. Okay, so what's going on? Does he just want to see the son? No, I don't think it's about the son. I think it's about you. I think he always likes to keep you off balance. You know, he never wants to be predictable. He always wants to keep you off balance. The thing is, even though I don't think that this is motivated by him wanting to spend time with his son, I feel like the right thing to do might be to let it happen anyway if your son is willing. If your son wants to, let it happen anyway. I think that will serve you. Even though we're very clear that there's a manipulation going on here. And the manipulation, as far as I can see, does not have a particular goal. It's just to drive you nuts. Because that's what this person likes to do. So, there's that. Good luck. And as far as the financial piece, the fact that he's not paying what is ordered, I mean, do you consider trying to get him in contempt of court and trying to do something about that? Like, I feel like that needs to be handled as a separate issue. Because that's significant, right? I mean, that's a lot of back child support. Just saying. All right. And I feel like you don't pursue it because you're afraid. And I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I just wonder. All right. Rose. You're up next. Teresa, nailed it. And that's how I usually handle a situation. Yeah. I think with that personality, excuse me, I mean, if you want to go after him for the money, that's a legal thing. That requires a legal instrument. But in a situation like this, yeah, I would leave it up to the kid. For sure. So, Teresa, you say, I do consider it, but prefer him to just stay away. So I think your fear then, excuse me, he's making me cough. I don't like him. You don't like him either. I get it. Okay. The fear, though, is that if you take him to court, then you have to have more contact with him, and contact with him is never pleasant. Is that fair? You know, is that something you should be thinking about? I think you want to think and rethink this because he can pop his ass up anytime he wants to anyway. So you might as well have your money. Just saying. All right, Rose, thanks for your patience. Good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. For a variety of reasons, I have to move from my home. How will the moving process go? I'm having a garage sale and we'll be checking in during your talk. All right, I am sorry you're going through this. I think it's good and necessary, though. I know it's hard, but I think it will actually go pretty well. And I think this serves you in the long run. I think it's hard, but I think it serves you in the long run, and it is the right thing. It's hard, it's difficult, but it's the right thing. So, it'll be okay. It'll be, in fact, it'll be better than okay because it's the right thing. This takes you to a good place. And Julie Rogan, I want to say thank you so much for being a member, and thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Ben, Libra Does Tarot, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. The next question is DH. Good to see you. Thanks for being a member. What does the universe want me to know? That you have the power, you have the authority, and it feels like someone, and I don't know if it's like a voice within you, something that's been programmed into you, or if it's someone outside of you, is trying to make you feel like you don't have the power and you don't have the authority, but you do. Finally caught it live. You sure did, Julie. It's so good to see you. Thank you. Teresa, thanks so much. Also, the text was at 6 a.m. right at the full moon. Such an odd time to randomly pop up, right? Right? Yeah. Lumen, you're up next. Good to see you. My question is, does my friend PB have only business in mind when he works with me, or are there other motivations I should know about? Is it all business? No, I think there's other things, but I don't think he's necessarily going to act. Well, he might. I think there's definitely a personal interest there as well. I don't think there's going to be anything gross, but I think there is a personal interest. Okay, Zainab Ali, nice to see you. Akil's feelings and next action towards you. Interested in a conversation. Next action, I think, will be some conversation and maybe some offer to do something. I think there's interest here. Okay. Vaishali, how do I heal myself? Inner child healing and self-love. Any guidance? Yeah, man. We're all on that journey, whether we know it or not, right? So how do you do that? Remember that you were taught a lot of things over the course of your life, and you learned a lot of things. You were conditioned to believe a lot of things about life and about yourself that may not be true. The more that you can really examine what it is that you believe about yourself and unpack that, the better you're going to be. And the thing is, what your inner child needs right now is confidence, joy, and recognition. So focus on those things. All right, Trey, thanks for your feedback. Appreciate it. Lily, Liz, thank you for your feedback. Amy, thank you. Next question is, George, can I know what Sherry is feeling toward me now? Oh my gosh, Lisa, that's funny. When I'm shuffling, you can hear me shuffling. That is actually really good to know. And why wouldn't you? It's loud. But that makes me feel better, because you can't, I don't have shuffle cam. And if I shuffle out here, I'm really leaning over the desk, which I don't necessarily love doing. So that makes me happy. All right. What is Sherry feeling towards you now? I think he hopes that you have a good life and a good future. I don't think he feels ill towards you. All right. Baby Cakes, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Am I closer to finding a new job? How much longer will it take? Should I do something in the meantime? All right, let's take a look. Okay. I'm going to say you are closer to finding that job, and all you have to do is be open and look. And I feel like you will have a really good job. I'm going to say, well, we've got 2 6s here, so maybe even within 6 weeks. So no, I think what you should be doing is actively looking. Okay, Emily Liana, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Am I going to have a job soon? Actually, yeah, very soon, and it will be a good job and you'll like it. Yes. Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'd love to know how the coaching program I was just accepted to will go. Does it open future opportunities? I think it's going to be a hard program. Actually, it is not going to be easy, and it will stir up a lot for you, and it will bring you a lot of personal healing, interestingly. And that, so right off the bat, it's an opportunity for real wisdom and real growth. From there, there's networking opportunities. There's stuff you're actually going to be learning. This opens up opportunities on every level, every possibility. So many opportunities for you. All right, Mariana, can I ask please if I'm ever going to be married and have a family? Let's take a look. Oh, absolutely. I believe that you will. Yes. I know you're worried that you won't, but you will. Right? Barbie Bird, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I'm really, really down about my sister and how she is treating my family. My logical brain knows she's unwell, but my heart still hurts. What do the cards want me to know about this? Will we find more peace in this situation anytime soon, or is this more or less the state of affairs as we know them to be now and in the future? Trying to move forward and struggling. So I think one way or the other, there will be improvement in the future. Now, as regards your sister specifically, I don't know if the improvement comes from your sister or comes from changing the way you deal with the situation, right? When we look at your sister, she's pretty sure that she's doing things the way she wants to do them. I don't know that she's going to change. What I think will change is you'll get used to it, you'll get a kind of acceptance about it, and it will no longer be sort of the focus, right? It'll become a her thing more than a you thing. And I think that's kind of necessary for everyone in the family. And then if she decides to be different, she's going to have to earn her way back, and I think that's appropriate. All right. Okay. Imani Howam, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's good to see you. Glad you're here. Will my ex return to me, or is it the end of the relationship? I think we're done. I don't think this is something to wait for. Okay, Swati, good to see you. Should I search for a new job? Because currently I'm not happy with my job location. I want to change that. What's the possibility of getting a new job soon? I don't think it's the easiest thing, but I think if you look, you will find. It's going to take a minute. It will take some time. You have to be patient and you have to be persistent. But I think it's the right thing to do. And I think you'll end up making more money too. Hey, Julia Bonesteel, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I love to see you as well. Okay, here we go. Free Shadow, you are up next. And once again, thanks for being a new member here. I want to start a tarot group in my area. Trying to decide if I should approach a local game store to see if they're interested in starting a group. Will that go well? Okay, so first of all, there's a lot of different possibilities here. So starting with the idea of starting a tarot group in your area, yes, build community. It's a great idea. Great idea. And I've done a lot of this over the years. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me privately. Seriously, I'd be more than happy to share. So good idea. Now, the game shop, there's an up and a down on that. I think if you reach out to them, if they're not interested, they're not interested, and it's okay, and they may not be interested. But there's other places you will go. And where I am, I usually use Panera Bread. And a lot of other people have started doing that too, because Panera has a policy where they welcome meetup groups. So call it a meetup group. So I love the idea. I think you can talk to the game shop, but I don't know that that's going to work. And if it doesn't work, keep going and find another place. Oh, Barbie Bird, thank you. Yes, I want it to not be such a focus in our lives right now. You nailed it. Thanks for the reassurance and reading. I'm so sorry you're going through it, but yeah, there it is. There it is. All right, Lynn Collin, you are up next. Advice for me and Kay, planning a Florida weekend getaway. A challenge with getting time off from his boss from work to make the trip. Insight to where and when in Florida would likely work best. Will this be an enjoyable event? Well, in terms of getting time off, he will absolutely be able to get the time off. I'm worried that it may not happen like right away. Like, I'm glad he's talking about it. I'm glad he's making plans, but you know how long all of this is taking. And so I'm sure work is a factor, but he may be making it be more of a factor than it really is as he gets himself ready for this internally. Where in Florida? It so doesn't matter. Anywhere that makes sense. The easier, the better. Because we all know it's not about Florida, right? And will it be enjoyable? It will be interesting. There will be a lot to unpack. This is not just a getaway. This is a real meeting of the minds to see what kind of adults we have become. And I think at the end of the day, yes, it will be enjoyable and it will be good, but it will be weird. I think you got to be prepared for it to be weird, awkward, hard, all the things, but absolutely worth doing. Oh, Free Shadow, thanks for this great confirmation. Excited to start this adventure. Yes, it's the best. And you'll always have friends. As soon as you start a tarot group, you'll always have friends because your tarot friends are your best friends. Okay, AP. Will I achieve fame and fortune with my YouTube travel plans? I think it depends what you mean by fame and fortune. But I think if fame and fortune is what you're looking for, you're going to need to revamp those plans somewhat. I think there's some things you've not taken into account that you need to account for in order to have the success you're hoping for. Okay, Noman B, good to see you. Am I spiritually connected with my ancestors? I mean, yes, and you get messages from them, but you don't always listen and you don't always understand that that's what's happening. So try to listen more and try to trust more. Oh, Lisa, that makes sense. I was looking at all the different ways dowsing is used and was like, oh, okay, there you go. Oh, Martha, yeah, that's a good plan. I like it. Okay, Carolyn B, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Will my husband find a job or business he likes and be happy? So finding a job or business he likes, I mean, yeah, I think he will. Will he be happy? I think he'll be happier. I think he'll be satisfied with his work and that will make him happy. But I feel like he's someone who is always looking for the next thing. So sometimes it's hard for him to just be happy. And so that's a whole other question, right? But I think he will find what he's looking for in terms of work. Okay. Oh, Lumen, can I clarify what those interests are? I remember that question. I don't want to put words into this person's mouth. I don't think there's anything malicious there. If it's possibly romantic, it could be. But there's you have something that this person finds interesting. Not in a malicious or manipulative way, though. Okay. Princess Ni, or Nai, however we pronounce that, I'm so sorry. Will I meet my husband through work? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's possible, but I would be looking everywhere. Okay, Ben. Thanks for being here. I'm Benjamin. And you've got someone who's a Taurus. You're having no contact now. You're wondering how the Taurus is feeling about you. I think defensive. I think this person wants to be done. There's a history here, and this history is hard for this person to deal with. All right. Julia Bonesteel, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. It took me a while to form my question. Is my relationship with W a good thing for me, or am I just trying to fill a void in my life? I think you're just trying to fill a void in your life. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, but it doesn't mean that it's good. So just think about let this be a temporary thing if it's going to be a thing, right? Or don't make it be more than it is. Oh, Carolyn B., I'm so sorry you lost your business. That's terrible. But as I said, there is something coming that I think will be good. All righty. From my perspective, I have come to the end of the questions. Did I miss anyone? If I did, please let me know. If you're here and you have not yet asked a question, please ask. It is last call for readings, y'all. I want to remind all the members, we have a members-only live stream on the 29th in celebration of leap year. It's leap day, so that's good. Okay, let us go back. Because we have another question from Angie. Will Ray at work develop a crush on me? Not necessarily. I would not have that expectation. I don't think so. All right. Anyone else? All right. So, Leap Day, members only live stream. If you've got a StarCon ticket, Arwen will be in the lounges tonight with a presentation. It's a watch party for her class, so make sure you join her there. And of course, I'll be back on Monday with a 3-card weekly reading. I am available for readings, so feel free to reach out whenever. And are we good? Yeah, we seem to be good. Special thanks to the members, the moderators, people helping out with super chats and super stickers. Welcome to new members and to new subscribers. We appreciate all of you. And A is a new subscriber. Very good. Do you want, I'll hang out for a minute. Do you want to ask a question? Yeah, A, go ahead and ask a question for sure. For sure. Julia, yeah, that's what I felt in my heart. We're both going through loss. And so I'm not saying it's not a valuable relationship. Just don't make it be different than what it really is. That's all. Okay, let me go back over to CardCam as we wait for a question. Okay, here's the question. Salmon's feelings for me. Okay, let's see. I would say there's a sense of impatience there, and a sense of mistrust. I'm not sure these are positive feelings. So I'd be careful here. I'd be careful. Hey, Rosemarie, good to see you. You want to get a question in? We're just toward the end. So it is last call for readings. I'll keep CardCam up for a minute. Give you a chance to get questions in. Oh, Aisha, that's your name. Very good. So nice to meet you. Glad you're here. And Baby Cakes is reminding everyone to like this video, which I do really appreciate. Please do absolutely like this video. Absolutely. And if you're on TikTok and you're not following me on TikTok, Christiana Gaudet Tarot on TikTok, definitely catch me there as well. And Rosemarie got a question for us, and anyone else. It is last call for readings, y'all. And again, a reminder for our members-only live stream on Thursday. And, of course, I am available for readings. You can book me anytime. Can I buy a ticket to the StarCon Lounge events? Yes. What you want to do is go to starcon.com, that's STAARCON.com, 2 A's, and buy the $10 general admission ticket. That'll get you into the lounges for the whole year. And it'll let you watch a couple of different recordings as well. So, yeah, $10. Get you in for the whole year. So, yeah, do it. Okay, Rosemarie. I do, but I'm afraid of the answer. A, did I see love feelings? I didn't. That doesn't mean they're not there, but I didn't see them. All right, so it looks like we are getting ready to... Oh, here we go. I knew there was another question. Julie Rogan, thanks so much. I make some fun Ditty tarot bags and would like to sell them at a local pagan fair. Will they be well received? You should come be a vendor at StarCon. Anyway, let's see. I think they'll be very well received. I think they're good and they'll be very well liked. Yes, I think this is very good. Very good. All right. All right, my friends, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. I really appreciate you. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Reach out anytime for a reading, and I'll catch you back here Monday morning. Thanks, everyone. Take care.